Good day, everyone. So our topic is about humanistic counseling by Carl Rogers. In life, we sometimes struggle. We may become depressed, discouraged, not just to others, but also to ourselves. We sometimes confuse to the things we saw and experience every day. We sometimes feel down, unable to talk to others, feeling alone. You're also thinking that you are not belong to the group. Then, because of Carl Rogers' perseverance, humanistic therapy was born. So what is humanistic therapy? Humanistic therapy is a mental health approach that emphasizes the importance of being your true self. So in order to lead the most fulfilling life. It's based on the principle that everyone has their own unique way of looking the world. This view can impact your choices and actions. Self-concept is how we see ourselves. When self-concept is different from our experiences in the world, there is disconnect between oneself and experiences. This can cause discomfort. Next is self-actualization, a positive view of human psychology towards accept our innate desire to grow. Client-centered therapy, clients who were given a healthy and encouraging environment and provided validation to grow themselves. Fully functional person are well-adjusted and well-balanced kind of person. This kind of person is already reached the self-actualization. So, self-concept. Self-concept is the set of perceptions and beliefs about his or her own life. It influenced by the experiences a person has in their life and our interpretation of those experiences. Childhood experiences also can influence our self-concept. For example, when you was a child, you experienced to be bullied by others. So because of it, you didn't want to talk to others anymore and believe that you are not belong to the group or you are not belong to the people around you, and it can lower your self-esteem. Interaction with others, either direct or indirect actions, can influence our self-concept. This influence can be positive or negative. There are three components of self-concept: self-worth, self-image, and ideal self. So self-worth or self-esteem, this is what we think about ourselves. Rogers believes feelings of self-worth developed in early childhood. Self-worth was forged in childhood through interaction with their parents, how parents mold and treat the child. Next is self-image, how individuals see themselves. One's ideas about self-image can be positive or negative and impact what experiences and how they act. Self-image includes the influence of our body image on inner personality. Last is ideal self. This is how we would like to be. It consists of our goals and ambitions in life. And idea of changes as we grow and our priorities can be changed.
Self-actualization. Self-actualization, when your self-image matches your ideal self, you reach the state of self-actualization. So according to Carl Rogers, he believed that humans have one basic motive, that is the tendency to self-actualize, to fulfill one's potential and achieve the highest level of human beingness we can. For example, like a flower that will grow to its full potential if the conditions are right, but which is constrained by its environment. Like people, we also flourish and reach our potential if our environment is good. However, unlike the flower, the potential of the individual human being is unique. We were meant to develop the different ways according to our personality. So, he also believed that people are inherently good and creative. They become destructive only when a poor self-concept or external constraints override the valuing process. So, a person to achieve self-actualization, they must be in state of congruence. This means that self-actualization occurs when a person's ideal self, so or what we call who you would like to be, and is congruent with their actual behavior or the self-image. So Rogers describes an individual who is actualizing as a fully functional person. So a person who has a self-actualization is called a fully functional person. So every person could achieve their goal. This means that the person is in touch with here and now. His and her subjective experience and feelings continually growing and changing. In many ways, fully functional person as an ideal one that people do not ultimately achieve. It is wrong to think of this as the end or the completion of life's journey rather than the process of always becoming and changing. So Rogers identified the 5 characteristics of fully functional person. So first is open to feedback and make realistic changes. So it only means that you're open to experience. Both negative and positive emotions are accepted. Well, negative feelings are not denied, but you should work through also on the negative side. The second one is lives in harmony and trust feelings and instincts. So it is you're trusting your feelings, your instincts, and gut's reactions are paid attention and to be trusted. People's own decisions are the right ones and we should trust ourselves to make the right choices. Ika nga nasabi nila, it is your choice, it is your responsibility. Next is take new challenges and build experiences. It is the existential living of our own way. So in touch with different experience as they occur in life, avoiding prejudging and preconceptions, being able to live and fully appreciate the present. You should not always looking back to the past or forward to the future. Let's just say living for the moment. That's what take new challenges and build experiences. The next one is you are fully aware to how to, choose to, need to, and want to. So your creative thinking and your raised of how you react on a certain thing, your risk taking are features of a person's life. So a person does not play safe all the time. You just say that you should not play safe all the time. This involves the ability to adjust and change this and seek for new experiences. The best teacher is your experience. Diba? So the last one is high self-regard and satisfied. Well, most of us are fully aware of this one. Why? Because fulfilled life, you will have a happy life. A person is happy and satisfied with life and always looking for new challenges and experiences. That's how you grow as a person, and that's the 5 characteristics of a fully functional person.
Carl Rogers believed that for a person to achieve self-actualization, they must be in a state of congruence. This means that self-actualization occurs when a person's ideal self is congruent with their actual behavior or self-image. Ideal self is the idealized version of yourself. It is about the person you want to be, while self-image is the way you think about or view about yourself or how you actually behave. Congruence is the extent of overlap between a person's self-image and ideal self, as shown in the Venn diagram, where it shows how self-image and ideal self overlaps, where the higher the level of congruence, the closer the person is to self-actualization. And the first diagram shows that there is only a little overlap between the self-image and ideal self, which means that self-image is not congruent or different with the ideal self, and self-actualization is difficult. While on the other Venn diagram, there is more overlap, which means that the self-image is congruent or similar to the ideal self, and the person can self-actualize.
Client-centered therapy. Client-centered therapy is also known as person-centered therapy. Client-centered therapy is the non-directive form of humanistic psychotherapy developed by Carl Rogers that emphasizes unconditional positive regard and self-acceptance. When we say non-directive therapy, is the therapeutic approach in which the therapist does not give advice or provide interpretations, but helps the person identify conflicts and understand feelings. This type of therapy is that the client is the one who's supposed to come up with the solution and not the therapist or the counselor. Then, client-centered therapy has three basic principles: the genuineness, acceptance, and empathy. First is genuineness or openness and self-disclosure. It means that the therapist or the counselor is real, open, and honest to the client that allows the client to build a trusting relationship with the counselor. The counselors or the therapist should express their thoughts and feelings honestly and without wearing masks. Second is acceptance or the unconditional positive regard. This means that the counselor or the therapist accept the client as they are and allows them to express both positive and negative feelings without judgment or reproach. Lastly is empathy or being listened and understood. This means that the counselor or the therapist tries to understand the thoughts and the feeling as the client experiences them, sometimes referred to as walking in someone else's shoes or putting yourself in another position. That's all. Thank you.